Hello people, Newbie here again. Episode, I don't know, I'm losing track. Anyway, we're here, and this week has been really busy outside of the train room, and so I haven't really felt like I've accomplished very much in there. But as I look at it, it's coming together. So I shot a couple of, actually I think I shot 3 different segments as I was doing this week. Just brief encounters, and I think I'm just going to run them for you. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that little button down there in the corner. I appreciate it, and it doesn't cost anything. It just tells YouTube that people were liking what I'm doing, and so I appreciate the support. Like the comments, keep commenting if you have comments, and by the way, we now have we have an email address. If you'd like to email us, email address is Newbie Mountain Railroad @gmail.com, all one word, and we'll respond to your emails. If you'd rather email than post for the world to see in a comment, be glad to correspond with you. So that's Newbie Mountain Railroad @gmail.com. Okay, so let's get to today's action. Not significant progress since the last video. Have been doing a little bit, but in all honesty, other things have kind of gotten in the way this week, and I've been busy doing other stuff. But we're trying to get down here every day and do a little bit at least. So you see here, we've most of the effort we've put into since the last video is over there across the hillside behind the power plant. And in particular, what we've done over there is basically just painting, shading. Well, if I move the camera over here, you can see a little better. You see, we've been just doing some painting. We got the streets striped. Got I think a decent location. I've removed that platform that the Denny's was on that included the parking lot in the rear, and I think it's going to fit better like that. And what I'll do is I'll have parking in the front right off the street there. I'm also going to remove that platform that the ice cream restaurant is on, and just have basically asphalt area there. And you see I got a little strip mall there, and the housing. And one of the next big projects is the installation of this bridge right here. I've got it temporarily just supported on a piece of plastic that I found, but I need to figure the way I'm going to support that, and what's going to happen to it. You see, I need to figure the elevations on this side of the tracks, and that's going to be a little project in figuring out how to do that. You see, we got the striping on the roads going all the way up the hillside now. Right, you see where the opening is there, that it's going to go across to the coal mine, and everything's looking fairly good, I think. I'm over in here, I'm not sure what is accomplished over here. I still haven't gotten up there and done any more work up there at the sawmill. I got to get to that, and then soon after that, of course, becomes the river and the waterfalls. A lot to do there. Not sure when I'll get to that, but that's well, I've made another change. Here's a rather significant change. We had this little apartment building teardown that was on the AKA Joe layout, and I really wanted to use it and hadn't figured a place for it. Well, you see, what I did was I actually moved the casket company down to the lower level there. I originally had this building down there. I moved it up here. Hold on, I've moved it up here next to this manufacturing building. I'm going to have to do a little road work there and figure out how to make that fit exactly, but I moved it up here so that I could put this teardown scene up here. That's going to fit well there, I think. That's where that's showing is parking lot there. I don't know. I need to make that jagged or something. It's too pristine to be a construction site, but I think that's going to fit there well. I like it there, and it brings it up to the forefront, and you know, it's a pretty neat scene, and so that's that. Another change I made over here, you see that I got that little Shell gas station here now. I moved the gas station that was here over on that side, right at where the, let's move the camera again. Here you go, you can see it better now. I moved the old gas station over there where the Shell station was before. I was running out of room in that corner right there, and so what I decided to do was move the Shell gas station over here. This is actually where the hospital was, and relocate the hospital over here. And I took the hospital off of the foundation that it was on so that I could better situate it to where I need it to be. And so we're going to have, of course, I'll build an emergency entrance behind it, and of course we're going to paint that whole structure and have the big H on the top is the plan, if I get around to doing that. But here you can see another angle of what's going on up on the hillside over there. I think that's looking pretty good with the brewery and the neighborhood over there. Not much changed up here, but we have some minor developments down here. You see the road coming down to the little outdoor restaurant is coming together, as is the road going up into the mountain. You see that there's also we've did a little painting. We've been identifying what's going to be a grassy area. So you see that there's grass going to be going up the slope over there and down along the track. You see we've a little better defined the residential area. Grass in there, and over in the background you see that the ice cream shop and the Denny's now have asphalt parking lots, and we'll get around to striping those sometime. And the brewery is now in place up there on the hill. And in the foreground here you see the train station is pretty much laid out now. You see parking lot on the right side of the train station and another parking lot on the left. Of course, that bridge still needs to be installed. It's still just sitting there. And you see now the road is defined over to the power plant and that other little industrial building over there between the two tracks. And going in towards town, you see we now have more grass defined on the rise going up into town. And you see that now there's a parking lot there for the bus station. And we've defined the area, the concrete area around the fire station there. And also, if we go over here, you see that now the church has a parking lot. And with the camera moved around, you see now that all of that foam color has disappeared. We now have alley and parking areas in the downtown area here. You see here we have a grassy area in front of City Hall, and we've defined the driveways going into the old fire station, and the sidewalks are a little better defined on Main Street. And the alleyway between City Hall and that green building is in place. Here you can see the alleyway behind City Hall and the angle parking in front of this little group of buildings. As I said before, we'll need to define those parking places with lines, and we'll get around to that. With the new location for the hospital, you see here we've defined parking on this end of it, parking behind. We're going to have the emergency entrance behind. I'm going to build an entryway back there. And now you see that this little industrial building now has an addition. There's another building that, so I'm going to have two little industrial buildings here, and as I said before, that tear down scene is there. Across the street you see we have the little strip mall with parking in front and on the left side, and then of course the school and the church, and the other gas station over there right before going up the hill. And you see as we go up the hill that now the lines have been painted on the road. I think that was in the last video as well. So that's where we are now. So that was actually 3 days work, at different times here and there for the week, and I'm feeling good about the progress. And where I'm going now is, you notice that all that tape and those paper towels and everything else have been taken off of the track. So that means that we can get in there and do some track cleaning and run some trains again. I'm looking forward to doing that. So hopefully that's in the next video. Still doing research on that camera for a cab ride. I haven't been able to find anything, and but we'll get on it. And I still didn't get that little 1/32 inch wide white tape to do the lines. I'm still working on that. Had a little snafu on my traffic signal work too. I'm trying to design a traffic signal system, and I ordered some traffic signals, and they have individual LEDs, which is really that's really slick, but they're not wired correctly. So I guess I'm going to have to tear into them and see if I can figure out what the issue is. So it just seems like everything has something else for me to do. Who would figure? I mean, I guess we'll just have to see what happens.